Welcome into Red Empress Tarot. I'm Patty. I'm an intuitive, a reader, and a healer on the twin flame path myself, here to read you a message for your twin flame journey. I believe that if you have found this video and this channel, you've been guided to do so. If you love the content, please subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the tribe. Make sure that you tap into your intuition. Make sure that you are following your internal guidance. It's really important. And every thumbs up to the video is so valuable. I love every one of you. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead and get into the reading. Hi all, and welcome to your channel Messages from Your Person reading. This is for the Twin Flame Collective in separation, who these readings resonate for. Three options here. The first option is this Mangano Calcite. This is a really special stone. It actually fluoresces, it glows under UV light. Mangano Calcite is really great for helping your inner peace. It's great for compassion, and it's great for self-healing. So those are some of the properties of that stone. The second option is this Coppernite stone. It's a really gorgeous rainbow hue. Coppernite is really, really great for circulating energy, if that's something that you need. It's also great for healing relationships and promoting stability. Your third option is amethyst, this gorgeous amethyst cluster. Amethyst is really, really good for reducing stress. It's great if you are having problems sleeping or having nightmares, to keep some of this by your bed. It also helps dissolve negativity and sadness. Okay, so tap into your intuition when choosing your pile. Make sure that you're really only taking messages in collective readings that fit your story, okay? This is a great way to choose. You can choose by the number, by the stone, by the properties of the stone, if that's something that you feel like you need in your life or your relationship. Whatever way you do, there's no right or wrong way. So if you need to pause the video a minute, go ahead and do that. That's great. The thumbs up on the videos is really, really valuable to me. If you love the content, and if you'd like me to keep bringing free content to YouTube for you to consume, to help with guidance in your twin flame connection, that is the most beautiful energy exchange for me to keep doing that. Thank you so much. Okay, we're all ready to go. Pause the video if you need to. And we'll get into number one, this Mangano Calcite. Okay, for those of you who chose option one, this Mangano Calcite, I'm going to set that aside here. And we'll start your reading. So the way I'm going to do channeled messages, I think, from now on, or at least for now, is I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Spirit of Darkness and Light Divination deck to give you kind of the flavor of the connection, and this is going to help you know if you've chosen the right option for you, okay? And then we'll get into the channel messages. So we're going to pull two of these, and I'm just going to let them fly out. We'll see what comes up. Spirit, tell me about connection one. Tell me about connection one. Spirit of enchantment, spells, captivation, temporary. So might be some spell work going on here. Maybe someone tried a love spell, something like that. Maybe there's a karmic working some spell work. Maybe you have attempted to do some of that. Or maybe it just feels like that. Okay. What other card signifies this option one so the watcher knows that they're in the right option? So, okay, we got two more. Mother Earth, family and creation. And spirit of envy, discontent, resentfulness, miserable. So what I'm getting is there's a duality here. I really get that there is a person in or around this connection who's discontent, resentful, miserable, envious, and maybe doing like some spell work or just sending a lot of negative energy out. And I get that there's another person in here in this connection, or somewhere in or around the connection, that is embodying the spirit of Gaia, the Mother Earth family creation. So there's someone here really in their spiritual energy, and there is someone here really in some toxic energy. And I'm getting like divine feminine and karmic person. Okay, so if this resonates for you, if this sounds like your connection, these are your messages. And guys, I don't like to be negative. I don't do like a lot of big, you know, the karmic's doing this or that readings. I do karmic check-ins once in a while because it's good to know kind of what's happening. But the sensationalistic stuff, I mean, unless Spirit brings it directly to me and says, hey, read this, tell them this, I don't like go after that. So I try to keep it positive, but it is what it is. It's reality, and reality isn't always positive. So we do get both sides of the spectrum in twin flame connections. There's a lot of stuff that goes on. But let's try to keep the majority positive. We'll keep our energy positive. What comes out, comes out. What is real, right? But our energy, let's keep it high vibe. So we're going to start with shadow, because we always need to know what the shadow work is. That's what we need to work on to get to a better place. It's our challenges to overcome, and it's really important to know what we need to work on, right? So Watcher, what does your counterpart want you to know about shadow work right now within this connection? What does your counterpart want you to know about shadow work within this connection? I never used to look at you in that way. So, Watcher, for some of you, when you first met, someone in this connection, I don't know whether it's you or your counterpart, looked at you as a friend. They didn't actually look at you as a romantic partner at first. So this might be further clarification if that is true in your connection. Let's pull one more shadow. One more shadow from the Watcher's counterpart to the Watcher. Watcher, I think it's your counterpart that looked at you just as a friend at first, and then it evolved. But it kind of started that way. Started that way in my connection. Had no idea that I would become so connected to that person. I know more than you might think. Watcher, your counterpart is really intuitive. They know much more than you ever could consider, right? They know a lot. So if there are things that you think that they're going to be surprised about when you come forward to talk, or when they come forward to talk, they're not going to be as surprised as you think. They really do know a lot. So those are good things to know. Let's go to hidden truth. What's hidden from the Watcher right now? What does their counterpart want them to know that's just hidden from them right now? Watcher, what is hidden from you? Message from Spirit or message from your counterpart? I feel you leaving me behind. Watcher, you could be detaching right now. You could be really putting your energy into your own life, or your counterpart could be putting energy to their life. Someone feels the other one leaving them behind, but the truth is, in a twin flame connection, you never truly leave someone behind. You can detach, and you could surrender to Spirit and stop trying to control the outcome of the connection, and it can feel like being left behind, when truly it's just working on yourself, and that's a good thing. But it can be confusing to the person that's less awakened. Okay, what else is there? What else is there? What's hidden from the Watcher? What's hidden from the Watcher? You know, it's mirroring energy too. They could both be feeling like this. Both counterparts could be feeling that right now. I think that it's like I'm getting that quote, it's darkest before the dawn. So right before union, it just gets muddled and confusing. And it's like a test to see if you're going to stick it out. I remember every detail of that day. Watcher, if you're thinking that your counterpart doesn't care, they have forgotten nothing. They have forgotten nothing. They remember everything about you, and they remember everything about your interactions. I wish I could share my good news with you, Watcher. Your person has good news, or you have good news for them. Someone in this connection really wants to talk to the other one, but they're being held back for some reason right now. They want you to know that they do want to talk to you, though. They want to share everything with you. It's like, you know, when the best thing happens to you and you get all excited and you're like jumping around and you all of a sudden you look around to tell your best friend, but they're not there to tell. It's that vibe. It's like, oh, all I want to do, the first person I want to share it with is you, but you're not here. Oh, I feel like I want to cry. Good things are happening for people in this connection and they can't share it with their counterpart yet. That's hard. One day, if you work at it, if you persist, you're going to get to. Okay, let's go to the messages of love oracle cards. What are the messages of love to the watcher from their counterpart? What are the messages of love? Forward movement in the connection, that's good. There's forward movement in the connection. When the cards kind of go that direction, that's what that means for me. Okay. Boundaries. Firm boundaries are needed now. Either between you and karmic partners or the rest of the world, or between the partners in the connection, firm boundaries are needed now. Healthy boundaries, right? It doesn't necessarily mean high walls. It means, look, this is what I want and this is what I need. And I'm going to accept what you want and what you need, and we're going to work together to make sure we are both fulfilled. That's what that means. It means you're not putting your wants and needs aside for another person. You don't do that. Sure, sometimes in life, one person kind of takes the front seat and one person kind of takes the back seat for a little while sometimes, but then it flips. There's equal give and take. And healthy boundaries ensure that. And this should happen not only within your twin flame connection, but within the rest of your life too. This should be something you're practicing within the rest of your life. Part of growing and learning is learning to set these healthy boundaries with other people, with your job, with your family, with your friends, with anyone that wants or needs something from you. Setting healthy boundaries says, I can give you this much, but I need to keep this much for myself too. Right? Because working on yourself is also very important. Okay, what else did we get? Retreat. Time alone in nature is going to help you. And this is really true. Twin flames are really connected to nature. I know I'm really connected to the beach. I recharge there better than anywhere else on the planet. Any beach, doesn't matter where. Or in nature, near any body of water, lakes, rivers, in the forest. I'm really, really connected there, and I feel recharged there. And it's even if you're just getting out into a park or into your backyard or wherever you can be close to nature, whenever you have the time, do that, because it's really going to help you connect to spirit and connect to yourself and connect to your partner. Okay? Good message. That's a message from spirit. Is there another message here for the watcher from their counterpart? I feel very bouncy and giddy like in this pile. Like my energy is really good. I feel like the energy is really good in this connection right now. Whether you can see your person's side or not, the energy is good. Like good things are happening. Forward movement is happening. Soulmate. Your soulmate loves and accepts you and it respects you unconditionally. That's really beautiful. You can trust this. Okay. One more. Is there a message to the watcher from their counterpart? Is there another one? Let's see. Yes. Whenever I say one more, Spirit just says, nope. So there's two more. Children are important to this partnership. Either you or your partner have children. You want to have children together. You've discussed that. Maybe you guys want to adopt. Maybe you guys want to have children together. Maybe you just work with children. There's something about children that's important in this partnership. Okay? But I feel like that's going to be okay. I feel like you're both on the same page about that. Like, you both have that love for children that's gonna help you connect together even stronger. And one more, balance. One person is giving too much in this relationship. I think that has probably been the case for most of the relationship. And this healthy boundaries card, I'm going to put this right on top of that because I feel like that balance is needed. Those healthy boundaries are needed even as you connect. So when one person comes forward and talks to the other, whoever's turn it is to talk right now, because we do talk in turns, right? It's the ball's in someone's court. So whoever comes forward and does the talking, the person on the receiving end of that especially needs to keep up their firm boundaries and let that person know, look, I want to need this. This is what I want to need. Like, I need transparency. I need to know everything that's happened between the separation and now. I know that it's painful and I know we don't want to talk about it. But, and I'm really getting this message, okay? But if you don't talk about the reasons that things happened and the things that have happened and like drain those wounds, they're going to fester and they're going to come back to bite you in the ass. It's better to talk about everything, get it out in the open, because your divine counterpart is the one person in the world you can say anything to. They need to be the one person in the world who will accept anything you got to say. You may have words about it, you may have differences of opinion, but that doesn't matter. They're the person you can trust. Okay? So, open the wounds up and let them heal. If you try to leave things closed up and not have the hard conversations now, it's going to stymie your healing. It's going to make it so you don't heal, and you're gonna go through cycles that you don't want to go through. Okay, it's better to have the hard conversations up front, and so everyone is on the same page. Everyone knows everything. And you don't have to worry about skeletons falling out of the closet and ruining a relationship or making a relationship harder. Okay. Okay, let's get some messages from my decks. These are handwritten messages. Eventually, these are going to be oracle decks. I'm working on that. I've got, I think, 4 different oracle decks that I'm actually working on, and a tarot deck with my daughter. She's a beautiful artist. She does cartoon work, actually, and she is going to be working with me on a tarot deck featuring her artwork. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. I don't draw for... I'm a jewelry designer. That's what I do for work. And 3D work, like metal work, that's my thing. Drawing is not my thing. I need someone else to draw for me. Okay, I've been numbing the emotional pain. Watch the pick a card reading that I just did on best next steps, because someone here is numbing emotional pain with like alcohol, drugs, weed, something like that, and sex, maybe both, maybe like a couple things. And it's time to get balance. It's time for balance. It's time to get some help there and make some changes there, because when you numb the pain, you don't heal the infection. You don't heal the hurt, and so the hurt will never really go away. You got to stop numbing it. I know it's hard. It's so much easier to say it than do it. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Get the help you need if you need it. Okay. I'm addicted to drugs. Yeah, someone here is numbing with substances. Not everyone. These are not going to resonate for everyone. I need more time. Someone needs time for their recovery. Okay. Can we pick up where we left off? Get clean, get clear, and I think that that's a possibility. Wow, I'm getting... Okay, I'm just going to take them all. I'm protecting you from my karmic. Someone has a nasty karmic that they're dealing with, okay? And they don't want to drag you into the crap. And I'm tapping into spirit, and that's going to even accelerate more when they get off the substances, okay? Just because someone has a substance issue doesn't mean that they're a bad person. We all numb pain in different ways. Some of us numb pain with food. Some of us numb pain with alcohol. Some of us numb pain with excessive exercise. There's all kinds of different ways to do it. But when we've gone through some seriously hard things, we develop these maladaptive coping mechanisms, these ways of coping that aren't good for us. And so then not only do you need to deal with the thing that you were trying to numb, but you also have to deal with the coping mechanism. So somebody out there needs some help. Be supportive, be kind, be loving, accept help, ask for help, okay? You've got spirit behind you, you've got your guides behind you, and you've got your twin flame community behind you. We're all brothers and sisters in this thing. Okay, so option 1, the Mangano Calcite. This has been your reading. Thank you so much for letting me be part of your day and your journey. If this didn't resonate, feel free to watch one of the other options, okay? If you love the reading, if you love the content, that thumbs up is really, really special to me. I appreciate every single one. They help keep bringing me back and bringing me free content for you to have some guidance. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Hello to those of you who chose number 2, this beautiful rainbow Coppernite. Isn't that beautiful? Let's go ahead and set that aside and we'll get into your reading. So the way I'm starting the reading now for the Divine Channeled Messages is that I'm pulling a couple of cards from the Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck by Mystic Moon to give us a flavor of the connection. So to give you like further clarification, did you choose the right option, okay? So you'll know by these 2 cards whether this fits your connection or not. This will help you hone your intuition. This isn't one of the cards I was going to pull. There's a lot of fear happening in this pile. Someone is really afraid of something. I'm getting afraid of talking or coming forward, of the reaction of the other person. I guess that the Divine Masculine is afraid of talking. They're kind of tormented by it. Like it's keeping them up. Like I'm getting the 9 of Swords card. Sleepless nights, confusion, frustration. Okay, let's go ahead and ask Spirit for option 2. Tell us about this connection. Show us a couple of things that are going to help. That's too many cards. Show us a couple of things that are going to help identify. Wow. There's a lot of fractionated energy. A lot of energy going to, like all over the place. Okay. Time for someone to really start meditating, hone down into themselves a little bit. Meditation will really help you. Just like go on Google, go on YouTube, search chakra clearing music and just listen to some, like even for 10 minutes a day. Really helps ground you and just get you in a good place. Doesn't have to be for a long time. There are a lot of them that are like 11 minutes and 11 seconds long or something like that. It's a great quick fix if you're feeling scattered. Okay, show us 2 cards for this connection. Show us about this connection. Help the watcher identify the connection, please. Help the watcher identify the connection. Is this their connection? Tell me about it, Spirit. Something the watcher will understand. Spirit of the Giraffe, perception, foresight, and advantage. Could be something about giraffes for you or your person. Maybe they're from Africa. I don't know. Could be that it's perception. Like someone is really, really perceptive. Someone is really, really, they easily identify things here. You can't really get much past this person. One of those streetwise people. It's like, yeah. There's someone here, I don't know if it's the watcher or the counterpart, but someone is really, really perceptive. They study people and they get downloads about people and they like know things about people. They just know things about people. They're really empathic, but it's more than that. It's like a high level empath. Too many cards. Something about eagles too, maybe. Birds, eagles. Okay, so let me too many cards again. I keep getting like 4 cards. Faith, unity, wholeness. Spirit of the Pentacle. So either someone is great with their finances. Someone is really into money. Like maybe they're really good at stock market or something like that. They're just really good at investing and planting those seeds of financial abundance. Or the second storyline I'm getting on this is someone is really a practitioner of the occult. Someone is maybe a witch, a Wiccan, or I'm in tune with white magic. The pentacle is not a bad thing. I know some people look at it, especially people that are, you know, highly Christian, and I'm not knocking Christianity at all. I was raised Christian. But the pentagram, the pentacle, which is based on a pentagram, is actually a beautiful symbol. It's not anything dark or bad. So that's what I'm getting from this pile. Someone is extremely perceptive. Someone is very good with money. And it could be that here's the message I'm getting. One of the people in this connection is really, really good with money and finances, and they're very perceptive. Both counterparts are perceptive, okay, in different ways. One is really good with finances, really good with making money, keeping money, investing money. The other one is really highly intuitive in maybe you're a tarot reader, maybe you're an energy healer, something with more of an occult practice. And that doesn't have to be a bad thing. So you've got this really interesting pair. You've got one that's great with business and finance, and they're intuitive in that way. They're perceptive in that way. And then you've got the other partner who is extremely perceptive, extremely empathic, extremely powerful in their energy in another way. So it's a power couple. This is a power couple for sure in this pile. So I hope that helps you determine if this is your reading. I'm going to leave that there. That's a really interesting one. Okay, let me grab some water. If this is not resonating, feel free to check out one of the other options. It's a great way to hone your intuition, these cards, by telling you, hey, does that sound like my connection? If this is resonating, let's start with your shadow message. If you've not watched my readings before, I always do shadow first because I feel like shadow is really important to understand. It's really important to understand the work that we have to do on ourselves, right? Everyone comes to this planet with some kind of shadow to work on. We all have shadow. And we don't want to sweep that under the rug. We want to bring that right out into the light of day to see what we want to work on. So your counterpart wants you to know that your body language says so much. They watch you in some way. They watch you in person. They watch you on video somehow. They watch you in some fashion. And your body language, your movements, your gestures speak to them in really important ways. That's interesting. So for shadow, that's pretty good. Your person is watching you very closely. Very, very closely. Or you are watching your person very closely. One of those things. Okay. Sometimes you just have to flip-flop the energy in a reading. There's forward movement for sure in this connection. Okay. It's not stagnant if you think it's stagnant. It's not. Things happen behind the scenes that you just don't see until the last minute, and then it's like a surprise. I've gotten too many things. I can still see you standing there. Oh. Your person remembers the day that you guys left each other, and they still, even if they weren't there together with you in person, if you guys broke up by long distance, your energy signature from that day has stayed with them. Really stayed with them. I know more than you might think. I know more than you might think. Your person is incredibly intuitive. In fact, you know, we saw at the beginning of this connection, both of these partners are incredibly intuitive in different ways. Don't discount what your person knows. Don't think that they don't know things, because they probably know much more than you think. And you might check out option 1 because the same card came up in option 1. Okay? There might be a message for you there. Just check them out and compare. Okay, let's go to the Hidden Truth Oracle. What is hidden from the Watcher? What is hidden from the Watcher right now? What does their counterpart want them to know? Or what does Spirit want them to know? We're mostly channeling your partner's messages, but sometimes Spirit sneaks in. Happens. What does the Watcher need to know? What does the Watcher need to know? I just feel like shuffling today. I've been fanning a lot lately, but I want to shuffle. I bury myself in work to forget you. The one that is so good with business has really been doing this. Just burying themselves in business. Amassing fortune. Because they need to, I think they're obsessing about you and they need like some kind of distraction. And then that's something that they're good at. So that's what they do. I wish I could take back my words. I can still see you standing there. These go together like that. The breakup was tough. They wish they hadn't said what they said. Something happened that they want to take back. You can't take things back. All you can do is make the future better. They wish they could. But what they really need to do is just working on making the future beautiful. You guys gotta forgive, forget, and move on if you want the connection. Keep your boundaries up. Make sure that, you know, you're communicating what you want and need and getting that. I regret lying to you. Oh, yeah. Some of the words that they said to you in the separation were lies. Or maybe even before that, your person lied to you. Or you lied to your person, Watcher, whichever it is. There's a lot of regret there. A lot of times when twin flames hit that separation, they do or say whatever they think will let them run the quickest and run without you following them, right? The runner doesn't want the chaser to chase. They want to get away. It's because they're triggered. It's not because they don't love you. It's because they're triggered by past, you know, pain, and so they're freaked out. You know, they're trying to get away, so they say the thing that they know is your hot button. They press your hot button. My person pressed my hot button for sure. He said the one thing, or the one thing happened that was absolutely guaranteed to make me step back. I don't know that anything else could have. Don't know that anything else could have. But what happened, you know. So within your connection, something like that happened, like your person hit your hot button. They lied to you, maybe even before the end of the connection. They might have been lying about, you know, a third-party situation or something in their life. They felt like you would think that they weren't good enough or something. But they regret the lies and they want to take back their words. They're just burying themselves to not think about the connection right now. I think that's coming to a close, though. I just get that feeling. Other messages to the Watcher. No, let's go to the messages of love. I feel like it's this deck now. Messages to the Watcher from my counterpart. Go slow. It's time. You got to take time to get to know each other again. It's been some time since you've been together. And first of all, you guys weren't being your true authentic selves with each other because you didn't think that the other one would love you for you. You were so worried. You wanted your partner to have the perfect person and you tried to be that person. But the problem is then you sacrifice your authenticity. So you're going to have to go slow when you come back together and just talk to each other and just be honest. Be your authentic selves and see how much they love who you are for who you are. If you don't show who you are, Excuse me. You don't give people the opportunity to love who you are. Okay. Oh, this flipped out too. Rejection. The rejection that you felt was the divine protection. You guys weren't ready when you separated. You had these things to work on, but you're getting there. But just know that they didn't reject you because they don't love you. That's absurd. You're divine counterparts. They love you more than anyone. You rejected because the divine stepped in and said, look, things to work on, right? Let's get another one. Messages to the watcher from their counterpart. Is there another message here? Is there another message here? Apology. You can expect the apology that you need. Either watcher, you're bringing the apology, or watcher, you can expect the apology to come, whichever is appropriate in your connection. It's coming. Absolutely coming. Okay, I'm going to grab my decks and see what messages we get from these. These are handwritten decks. Eventually they will be regular oracle decks. I actually have about 5 decks in production right now. I never do anything small. It's go big or go home, you know. So I'm actually working on 4 different oracle decks and a tarot deck with my daughter. She's going to be the artist on that. I'm so excited about it. She's so talented and creative, and she's actually a cartoonist, and it's going to have a cartoon flavor to it. That'll be a lot of fun. Lucky is actually the main character, this guy right here. She actually sculpted him for me a while back. It's her cat. Isn't he cute? He'll be the main character in the Lucky Tarot deck coming up. I don't know how long that's going to be, but it'll get here when it's time. Okay. Message to the watcher from their counterpart. Flip the energy if you need to. Message. Okay. I'm so attracted to you. Your person is so attracted to you. Don't ever think that that wasn't true. Of course, we are always most attracted to our divine counterpart. I watch you on social media. Page of Swords energy there. They are watching you in whatever way they can. Let me grab this deck. Is there a message to the watcher from their counterpart? I want to make you smile. Isn't that nice? That's what your person thinks about most, is making you laugh and smile. I like that. You need to get that fun energy back that you had in the beginning. I'm becoming the person I want to be. Isn't that beautiful? I believe this is mirroring energy between the counterparts. I don't feel worthy. Yeah, this is that I am not enough wound that so many of us have to heal. Your person is still healing that, but they're really working on it. You remember the tense in these cards. You always have to interpret the tense, and I feel like this is almost a past tense, like I didn't feel worthy. This rejection was divine protection because I didn't feel worthy. I really had that I am not enough wound. But that's being routed out. It's being healed now. What else? Are there any other messages here to the watcher from their counterpart? I want to grow old with you. Oh, not only did they want to make you smile, they want to do it forever. Isn't that nice? And that came up right on top of I want to make you smile. And right on top of I watch your social media, like I want to be on social media with you. I don't want to just be watching. I want to be in the pictures with you. Although I get this person might be like more of a private person, but doesn't mean you don't ever put anything up, right? I like to stay connected to my family and friends that way. I'm taking a break right now, but I do love my social media. Okay, there's two. I'm working to stop bad habits. I've got some addiction issues in some different readings recently. This reading and the last two readings. So you might want to go back and check out my last couple of readings if this resonates for you. Someone is really working to stop addictions and bad habits. Two more fell on the floor. Let's see what they are. Sometimes I can't get them. Hold on. Don't want to come up. The one thing about having fingernails, can't pick stuff up. I'm rebuilding my finances. Your person wants you to know, or you, watcher, are the one rebuilding your finances. And that has something to do with the connection. When you go low vibe, it pushes me backwards. So both people really need to work. Stop that in and out energy. Stop that negative self-talk energy. And really just stay high vibe. And that's what's going to push the connection forward. Okay, option 2. This has been your reading. I hope this has helped you. Thank you for letting me be part of your day and part of your journey. If this didn't resonate, go check out another option. Some of you might really want to go out, watch option 1 and as well the last 2 readings, the mirror message and the, what was the other one? The best next steps message that I am about to post this week, or that are being posted this week. Okay, thank you so much. If you love the reading, if you love the content and you want me to keep bringing free content to YouTube, that thumbs up is the best way to do that. I'm really appreciative of every single one that helps me be able to keep doing that. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Hello, those of you who chose option 3. That's this amethyst cluster. Let's go ahead and set that aside and we'll get into your reading. I'm doing these readings a different way now. I'm starting with a couple of cards from the Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. That's by Mystic Moon. In order for you to get kind of the flavor of the connection, I think it'll help you decide whether you chose the right option or not. So let's see. We're asking Spirit something about this connection. Spirit, tell us something about this connection. Spirit, tell us something about this connection. Okay. Spirit of fire, passion, creativity, and spark. So I get that both counterparts in this connection are very creative types and very passionate. We also have Spirit of the wind, activity, movement, disruption. So there was a disruption in the connection, and there's a lot of movement and activity now. Okay? So creative people, for sure, passionate people, both of them. I get with the burning antlers, look at the deer. That's like the 2 of wands. A really passionate choice being made right now. And I get a lot of sexual chemistry from that card. Okay? So I'm going to set those kind of aside and we'll start with your channel messages. So if this doesn't resonate with you, you can feel free to watch one of the other options and see if those fit your story. We're going to start with the shadow. If you're not familiar with my readings, I always start the channel messages with shadow. And I do that specifically because I feel like shadow is really important for us to understand because it tells you what to work on. It tells you what you need to heal and improve in your life. And if you don't look at your shadow, if you sweep that under the rug, you don't know what to work on. So we're all here to heal and to improve our circumstances, right? So watcher, your counterpart wants you to know that they need to focus on their healing right now. It's really big in their life. They are really focused on their healing. So if they're not coming forward to you right now, or you're not coming forward to them, maybe this is you. There's a lot of healing going on for someone in this connection. And I don't get that as a mirrored energy. I get that as really, I mean, we're all always healing, but there is someone in this connection really focused on their healing right at the moment. Let's get another shadow. Is there another shadow here for the watcher from their counterpart? Flip-flop the energy if you need to. If you're watching this and you know that this is your energy, you can take it that way. Something tried to flip out and then it flipped right back, so that wasn't right. This person is fantasizing a lot about you. It's just a side message. It didn't come out, but it's like open and showing me. So another just little side message. This person, while they're focused on their healing, they're doing a lot of fantasizing. And, you know, fantasizing is actually a manifestation technique. If you're fantasizing something positive, you're manifesting it into your life. Okay. Is there a message to the watcher from their counterpart in the shadow deck? That's like 4 cards. Okay. One message, Spirit, to the watcher from their counterpart about shadow. What's the shadow work right now in this connection? I wondered how far this would go. So originally, when your person met you, they didn't know if it was going to be like a lifelong connection. I think they got involved with you just kind of riding it out, seeing how far it would go, or you got involved with them that way. But lo and behold, it's a twin flame connection. So how far is it going to go? Forever. In this lifetime, you have to see free will, right? But in the 5D, in your spiritual connection, it just doesn't end. Whoa, I just dropped a whole bunch of cards on the ground. They're all face up. I'm becoming a better person. It's right on the top of all of them. I'm not going to take them all because it's way too many. If I could get them off the floor, it would be so helpful. Feel you leaving me behind. Just move to the top. Hold on. I know you can't see me, and I'm sorry. I cannot get these cards off the floor. Hold on. And I don't want to shuffle without a full deck. There. Oh my gosh. Okay. Get myself together. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. Your person is really grateful for the lessons that they're learning in this connection, because that's what it's about. What else is hidden from the watcher right now? What does their counterpart want them to know? There's like this little tiny fly flying around the reading right now. This little gnat like a no-see-um. Someone is like watching you and not wanting to be seen. Watcher, your counterpart, or either that or you're the one doing it. Someone in this connection is watching the other one very surreptitiously, like, I'm watching everything you do, but I'm not going to let you know it. I left when I saw you with someone. The way that I always take this card, I mean, sometimes it could be literally what it says, like they actually saw you with someone. There are 2 scenarios with this card, and I get a split thing. So it could be one way for someone watching this and one way for another person watching this. There is forward movement in this connection, by the way. It's not stagnant. The cards do that. That's what that means. For some people watching, there were either rumors, someone said about some rumors that you were cheating or your person was cheating. And that was instrumental in breaking up the connection because it was believed without research. You'd never believe gossip without research. Never believe some malicious thing without research from anybody. Do your own research and come to your own conclusions, because it'll bite you in your ass if you don't. Either that or they saw you with someone. I don't really get a cheating vibe from this. They saw you with someone or talking to someone online and had a lot of insecurities, and they left you before you could leave them. Flip-flop the energy if you need to. But there's a lot of insecurity in this card, because it's like, I left when I saw you with someone. So it's like, I saw the situation happening and I just took off because I just assumed. And that's not a great thing to do. Not going to get good results in your life by doing that. Follow your intuition, but, use your logic too. Ask someone directly what's going on. First, anyway. Messages to the watcher from their counterpart. Messages to the Watcher from their counterpart. Whoa. I hope that you can forgive me one day. I can't stop thinking about you. Your person never stops thinking about you. Not ever. It may seem that way if they're silent, but that's not the truth. It's just so you can't see it. One more. Is there another message from the Watcher? For the Watcher from their counterpart in this deck. Is there another message? Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Sleepless nights, stress. I hid who I really am from you. You're either you, Watcher, or your counterpart felt not good enough. And you felt like if they showed their true selves that the other person wouldn't like what they saw. So they hid things. Sorry. Gosh. Okay. Messages to the Watcher from their counterpart. Messages to the Watcher from their counterpart. Messages to the Watcher from their counterpart. Is there anything in this deck? Anything in this? Patience. Everything is going to unfold in divine timing. Be patient. I know no one loves the P word. However, it's necessary. This is one of the big lessons in this connection, is to let things unfold without trying to control them. Without pushing your energy against the other person, trying to control it. Surrender to spirit. Shift your energy to your own life and see what happens. Doesn't mean become stagnant if you're the one who needs to be doing the work and coming forward. Does mean that have some patience and give yourself time. Sometimes you need that. Whoa, what do we got here? Integrity. Does this situation align with your moral values? So look at the situations you've got going on in your life right now. Does whatever situation you're in align with your values? Is it who you are? If it isn't, change it. Vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. Vulnerability is the most beautiful gift you can give another human being. To be completely open, honest, and transparent with your person, vulnerability is necessary. And it's very counterintuitive. We're really taught not to be vulnerable. Like, vulnerable will get you hurt. Vulnerable will also get you a deep connection. Sometimes you have to risk that with someone in order to form something beautiful. If you keep your walls up, no one can get in. One more. One more. Is there another message in here for the Watcher from their counterpart? Another message in here from the Watcher, for the Watcher, or maybe from the Watcher. Too many. Let's get trust. It's safe to trust in this situation, which is what we just heard with you can be completely open and honest with this person. So these are ending the messages for your reading. We're going to get some from my deck, but these are very important. Trust and vulnerability. Okay, it's time to open up to this person. It's time to trust this person because your divine counterpart is the one you can trust in all the world. I know that when you have that separation initially and you hurt each other, it feels like you'll never trust anyone again. But then the lesson is learning that you can and you should. Okay. Let's grab my decks over here and get some messages from those. I know these are handwritten right now. Eventually these are going to be actual oracle decks. I have 4 oracle decks and 1 tarot deck in the works right now of my own. They'll take a while to get together, and I don't know if I'll be selling them or not. I'll at least have them for my own use, and then if people want them, I guess they can order them. But I never do anything halfway. When I do something, I just do it. I do it all the way. So I am really working on those. Is there a message here for the watcher from their counterpart? I'm owning up to my past mistakes. Your person is really in the place where they're seeing themselves and their actions. That's really good energy. Whoa, what am I dropping? I want to grow old with you. This was in the last one. Really nice energy. What did I drop on the floor? I want to make you smile. This also came out in the last one. You might want to check out option 2 because you're getting some of the same messages. Nice. Okay. Getting another deck. Another deck. Messages to the watcher from their counterpart. Well, they could be to your counterpart if you're watching, but most of them are for you. Flip-flop the energy wherever you need to. However it makes sense for your story. As a reader, I pick up energy, but I don't always get whose energy. Sometimes I do get directly whose it is, but not always. I see reminders of you everywhere. This person sees your name, things you love, things you've done together. They get those synchronicities all the way. Not now. It's coming, but this person needs some time. Where was that? I need to focus on my healing right now. This person's still focusing on healing, so it's not right now, but it's coming. I trust you more deeply than anyone. That's true of twin flame counterparts. We can trust them more deeply than anyone. Trust, vulnerability, trust. One more. I'm going to see if there's anything in this deck. Is there a message in? Okay. I didn't feel good enough for you, and this is so common, that I am not enough wound. This just came up in the last reading that I did. It was the best next steps reading. You might want to check that out. I didn't feel good enough for you. It's one of the reasons for the separation, and it's one of the reasons for healing. One of the things to heal. But I think that you guys are really working on it. Okay. Option 3, this has been your reading. If you love the content, if you love the reading, and you want me to keep bringing the free readings to you, that thumbs up is the most beautiful energy exchange. I really appreciate that. It allows me to keep doing that. If you hit subscribe and all, you'll see the notifications for all my upcoming videos. I'm trying to do one every weekday. You'll not miss anything. Thank you for letting me be part of your day and your journey. I really appreciate that. I love you guys, and I will see you next time.